for Grammar for the Well-Trained Mind. We're starting on week 7. Boy, it goes by fast, doesn't it? All right, so this particular lesson this week, this is lesson 25. We're going to be talking about compounds and conjunctions, and these are some of the things we'll be talking about. Contractions, which we studied a little bit last week. Compound nouns, I think we did those. We've done compound adjectives. But we're going to be diagramming compound nouns, diagramming adjectives, and learning about articles. All right, so let's move on. A contraction is a combination of two words with some of the letters dropped out. Remember, you put the apostrophe where the letter is left out. Sometimes it's more than one, but a lot of times it's just one. So this says to write the two words that form each contraction on the blanks to the right. And then some contractions have more than one correct answer. The first one's done. So we're, it's going to be we are. Now the reason we're writing it backwards like that is because the helping verb is the second part. Okay, and they're just wanting you to list the verb first. So this one would be I have. Okay, this one is mightn't. I don't really use this one very often. I don't think a lot of us do, but it would be might not. So your helping verb is might. Not is the other word. Just remember this, not is never a verb. Okay? So, well, I say that. Maybe I'm thinking of a different thing. So you're going to have might. I believe you're going to have might here. Let me check over here. Yes, might not. That's what I was right. Might and then not is your other word. Okay? So can you pause it right quick and fill these two out and then we'll check it. All right, let's bring this up and check this. Already had these out. Right here. Can you check those? All right, good deal. Let's go back over here. Check out these two things right here. I think last week we talked about words that would be compound adjectives, like air conditioning. I'm not sure, though it's not telling me if they're showing you these are optional. You can do it this way or this way, but nonetheless, just take a look at this and then we're going to read here what this is talking about. So in exercise 25B, it wants you to diagram adjectives and compound nouns. I'm sorry, this was a compound noun. On your own paper, diagram every word of the following sentences. Unfortunate mix-ups happen. Your desk lamp illuminates. Early trout fishing succeeds and Star Wars entertains. Okay, so here's you an example right here. The large-headed monster had 27 teeth. Right, always find the verb first. It just makes things easier. Had is your verb. Remember how when we diagram, we draw this line here and then this line here. Verb goes over here, your subject goes over here. But now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what to do with all those other words. Okay, so always do this first. Just monster had. This is your verb. This is your subject. Who or what had? Monster. Now, the large-headed, this goes together. This is one thing. It's what we call, I guess, a compound adjective. So we're going to put these down here underneath the words that they modify. Now, the is called an article. A, or we say an, and the. These three are articles. They're special kinds of adjectives. They are adjectives, but they're articles. A, an, and the. So they always go underneath the word that they modify. Okay? All right, so let's see if we can do these. Unfortunate mix-ups happen. You can use this page, the back of it. I don't care what you use. Let me see if I can get my pen to come up here. Okay, so we're going to do this one. Unfortunate mix-ups happen. All right, so let's draw this. Okay, so in this sentence, where is your verb? Happen. order to figure out your subject, you say, who or what happen? Mix-ups. So that's going to go here. That's your subject. Just like it's written. Now what about this word? This tells us what kind of mix-ups. That means this would be an adjective. So you would write it here. Okay, I can't do it real well this way. My handwriting's really bad. Okay, there we go. So all the words in this sentence are diagrammed. They've been diagrammed. So generally, the main thing that you need to remember is that anytime a word modifies another word, it's going to go under it. Okay? So this one is your desk lamp illuminates. Your verb is illuminates. So it would actually go here. Desk lamp, you might think, well, this goes with this as an adjective because it tells what kind of lamp, but I think this is one of those that kind of goes together. I think. Well, let me take a look over here. They may not be wanting us to do it like that. Yes, see, they put it together. Okay, without a hyphen. I'm not sure. I figured you'd put a hyphen in there, but I guess not. So, and then desk lamp would go here because that's your subject. And then your, now that's a pronoun. But in this case, it tells who this belongs to. Whose. Remember, an adjective answers whose. It's one of the questions it answers. So your would go underneath desk lamp. Okay? All right, can you pause it right quick and go ahead and do this one and this one? Could you do those? Let's check those right quick. So these should have looked like these. Hope you got those right. If you didn't, fix them so you'll be able to do it correctly. All right, good deal. Let's move on then. Okay. Actually, I better erase this because I learned that if I don't erase it, that it will print out. I learned that last week. Y'all may have seen my red things on there. Okay. All right, let's move on. We talked about the articles, special adjectives, a, an, and the. So let's look at compound nouns. Okay, we're going to draw a line to match each word in column A with the correct word in column B to form a single word compound noun. Then rewrite the new compound noun on the space provided. So this would be easy. Just make sure you put a hyphen, like this shows a hyphen, because it means that it's one word. But it's two words, but it's one word that means one thing. So it might be farmhouse. So you could write farm hyphen house. So draw a line and match those up. Okay? Go ahead and pause it while you finish that. Right, let's give her a check here. Oh, this one's the only one that needed a hyphen in it. These are actually compound words. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. You don't have to put hyphens in there, just in this one. And I think this one goes in that rule that we learned last week. Remember, one of the rules was if one of the words is an adjective that describes this noun. No, if both are adjectives, I believe is what it was. I can't remember. It's back in your book, in your page from last week, is when it tells you when to put a hyphen. So yeah, so these would not have a hyphen, and if you put one, that's okay. But I didn't understand that it wanted you to write it just like a word. I thought it wanted you to show that it had a hyphen in it, but only one did. So you might want to actually go back and read from last week. I can't remember what lesson it was, but it was one of the ones last week that had some rules about when you put a hyphen and when you don't. So you might want to go back and read those. Oh, here's just a note. The only way to know for sure whether a compound noun should be hyphenated is to consult the dictionary. Well, many compound nouns can be written either with or without a hyphen. That's why it makes that big of a deal of it, because, I mean, either way, they work. Linguists often consider a hyphen to be an intermediate step in the formation of a compound noun. When English speakers first begin to join nouns together, the hyphen is used. But as the use of compound nouns becomes more common, the hyphen is dropped. You will notice that older texts often hyphenate words which modern texts write as a single noun. So if you put them in there, it's okay. If you didn't, that's okay too. That's what that's telling us. I know it wasn't that big of a deal, but nonetheless, you might want to go back and read those rules. All right, let us move on to the next section, 25D. These are compound adjectives. Remember, adjectives are describing words. Okay, this says to correctly place hyphens in the following phrases. 61 students, you know there will be a hyphen there. 30-minute presentation, there will be a hyphen here. Bluish green water, hyphen right here. A first-class ticket, there will be a hyphen right there. 24 would have a hyphen. 2/3 would have a hyphen. And man eating would have a hyphen. These are adjectives that would have hyphens in those. Just practicing on those. All right. And let's look at the last one. This says to take these sentences and diagram every word in those sentences. This is taken, these are adapted from Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But anyway, see if you can take these, just a piece of paper. You can do the back of this paper or whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. We're just going to check it. It's not going to be graded, but we are going to check to make sure that you are diagramming these correctly, okay? So go ahead and pause it as you diagram these sentences. Okay, let us bring the answers in. Here. Wow. Oh yeah, it's about over here. There we go. All right, see if you can check these. Okay, I hope you got those correct. Diagramming sentences is pretty easy. We're going to be adding a lot to those, but anyway, just learning these first few things is very important. So anyway, I hope you got those right. If you have any questions, let me know. That's all for today.